The walrus in front of you was actually a man stitched together with 99,999 stitches. Who could be so cruel? Everything was the work of the insane old man standing right here. 3 months ago, Jack was an excellent podcaster. During a live broadcast, he and his colleague discovered a man live streaming while waving an imperial sword. Unfortunately, an accident happened. One of the man's legs was mercilessly chopped off by the sword. Jack and his colleague burst out laughing. They showed not a shred of sympathy. Worse still, they treated it as a joke. They spread the clip online. As a result, the man suffered immense public pressure. He chose to end his own life. Tormented by guilt, Jack went alone to a bar to numb his sorrow. In the restroom, Jack found a strange letter posted on the wall. The letter told the story of an old man who survived 28 days at sea against all odds. Always eager to dig up new material, Jack was instantly intrigued. After making some phone calls and learning the old man's address, he drove through the night to the old man's remote house. He had no idea this would be the worst decision of his life. The kind-looking elderly man before him was the very person who had survived 28 days at sea years ago. After explaining his purpose, Jack listened carefully as the old man began telling his story. The old man said that when he was 22, he worked as a cook on a luxury cruise ship. Unfortunately, they encountered a once-in-a-century storm. The entire ship sank into the ocean. He was the only one who survived. Jack asked how he managed to stay alive for those 28 days, and what he ate and drank. The old man replied that he swam for an entire day and night in the sea. He eventually reached a tiny island less than 10 square meters in size. Before the story could finish, Jack began to feel dizzy and disoriented. He finally collapsed in front of the old man. It turned out that the mentally unstable old man had slipped something into his coffee to knock him out. Jack's nightmare was about to begin. When he woke up again, he was already sitting in a wheelchair. The deranged old man was admiring the bone from his thigh. One of Jack's legs had been brutally amputated. He was stunned by what he saw. He asked the old man what had happened. Why had he lost a leg overnight? Seeing Jack's confused expression, the old man lied and said Jack had been bitten by a poisonous caterpillar. The situation was urgent, so he had no choice but to amputate the leg. After hearing the old man's flawless explanation, Jack silently cursed the old man's mother 1,000 times. That night, the old man ate some unidentifiable meat while vividly describing how he had amputated it the night before. He gestured wildly, making the story disturbingly lively. In the end, Jack snapped and hurled insults at the old man. At that moment, the old man stopped pretending. He walked up and slapped Jack hard across the face. From the look in the old man's eyes, it was clear Jack would either die or be permanently crippled that night. The old man returned to his seat and introduced a movie to Jack called The Human Centipede. It was about a doctor who sews one person's mouth to another person's anus. They are stitched together into a human centipede dozens of meters long. Next, I'm going to turn you into a living one. No, not a centipede, a walrus.